afternoon, parents, and thank you, Samriddhi, for uh, coming today and taking this session on OP Jindal Global University in our New Age University series. A little bit of background of Samriddhi here. Samriddhi is a senior manager, admissions and outreach at OP Jindal Global University. She has successfully guided, counseled thousands of students in their higher education journey and a keen participant in panel discussions, school engagement programs, playing a key role in mentoring students and helping them make informed academic choices. So Samruddhi comes with a fantastic experience and she's here to help us understand the OP Jindal offering and take up parents' questions later. So parents, whatever questions you have, please hold on. We will take any and all the questions at the end of her presentation, about a few minutes of presentation, and we'll then take all the questions. You can simply raise your hands and you'll be unmuting yourself and taking the questions. Thank you so much. Thank you, Samruddhi. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for introducing me. Let me share my screen. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to OP Jindal Global University. Uh, we at OP Jindal Global University believes in transforming higher education by way of multidisciplinarity and interdisciplinarity. And I, being the alumni to JGU, I'm here to help you out with a lot of many things to understand what OP Jindal University is all about. So, giving you a brief introduction, OP Jindal Global University was founded in the year 2009 by the founding Vice Chancellor, Uh, Mr. Professor Dr. C. Rajkumar. He founded Mr. Naveen Jindal, who is the founding chancellor to OP Jindal Global University. This university was established by the name of OP Jindal, who was the father to Mr. Naveen Jindal in his late memory, through which this university was established. And giving you a short introduction about the Vice Chancellor, so Professor Dr. C. Raj Kumar has completed his LLB from University of Delhi and BCL from University of Oxford, LLM from Harvard University, and SJD from Hong Kong. It is very interesting to know that he is one of the youngest Vice Chancellor. He was at the age of 34 when he was appointed as the Vice Chancellor to OP Jindal Global University. And with the philanthropic initiative of Mr. Naveen Jindal and Professor Dr. C. Rajkumar, that this university was established as a global university in the state of Haryana. And because of his leadership, this university has been wide growing, and be it in terms of internationalizations, be in terms of the leading schools which we have on the campus. Talking about ranking and accreditations, so Jindal has been granted with the tag of Institution of Eminence by the Ministry of Higher Education. So this Institution of Eminence tag has been granted to only few universities, namely 10 to 12 universities in India. And this gives us the freedom to open offshore campuses, to open new courses, and through which we have also established ourselves into the concepts of multidisciplinarity, which we would be discussing further. Talking about the rankings at the World University, which is the QS World University ranking, we have been granted as ranked number one in India for law and legal studies by subject. We have also been ranked as number one private university in India for the subjects of arts and humanities. We have also been ranked as number one private university in India for politics and international studies. We also, at the domestic level, have received rankings from Times Higher Education, and which tells us that we have been ranked as number one in the world with the Times Higher Education ranking 2024. And also, we have been ranked for the SDG goals between 100 ranking to 200 ranking specifically. So this actually tells how well the university has been working hard towards receiving such accreditations and rankings, because of which we have been established at the such a global level in India and outside the world as well. These are some of more the rankings, because we are not only restricted to law as a subject in terms of ranking, but we have also received the rankings particularly in the fields of business, social management. We have also received rankings in arts, humanities, and other aspects of the subject. Uh, Talking about JSU at a glance, so at present we have 16,000 plus students on the campus because this is a residential campus. And particularly, which excites me a lot, is the ratio of male is to female. So, 51% of the students on campus are female and 49% are male. That does not mean that obviously a male should not be that it's a girl dominating institution. No, that is not the case, but definitely uh, like females also are working at par with males. So this ratio particularly helps us understand that the females are at par with men. uh, we have a 12,000 plus alumni network worldwide. What does this alumni network worldwide means is that there is a mentorship program wherein the alumni tend to mentor the current ongoing students which are there on campus in terms of their growth academically, as well in terms of their growth at when they move outside of the university to pursue their jobs as well. So the alumni's experience tends to help the students, current students, a lot in terms of engaging themselves with the academics as well, and for their career internships and other things as well. We also have 1100 plus full-time faculty members residing on the campus, which gives the students a flexibility to interact with the faculties even after the classes. uh, Talking about research, Jindal is well known for its research with 8,000 plus publications, wherein these publications are done by both faculty members and the students. We also have 6 research and capacity building institutes on our campus. We have JILDI. JILDI basically trains the senior IS officers and IPS officers, giving the students also the opportunity to interact with such people. We have JIPS, Jindal Institute of Behavioral Sciences. Again, this offers PG courses in the fields of psychology. We have International Institute for Higher Education Research and Capacity Building. This works with the government of India in planning of their policies, research draftings, and other things. We have Jindal India Institute. Jindal India Institute works on the study and focuses on the study of what the India has done in the past. What are the achievements of India from the past, historical backgrounds, other things. We have Jindal Institute of Haryana Studies, which works particularly for the Haryana states and their achievements and other things. We have Motwani Jadeja Institute as well. So these 6 research capacity building institutes helps the students not only to grow academically in terms of just studying, but also to widen their interest in the fields of research as well. We so because as I told that we have 1100 full-time faculty members on campus, 4,000 are majoritively the global faculties representing these countries. This particularly faculties helps the student to because their experiences lies from different parts of the world. Their experiences in terms of academics and their knowledge in terms of research is added advantage to the students as well. So, faculties representing these countries helps the students to attend workshops, seminars, conferences, and additionally also publish such papers in different parts of the world as well. We at JSU, we have 12 schools offering 50 plus programs, out of which 30 are UG and 20 are postgraduate programs. We also offer PhD programs as well. So, first institute which was established with OP Jindal University was Jindal Global Law School. Next was Jindal Global Business School. Next is Jindal School of International Affairs. Next is Jindal School of Government and Public Policy. We have Jindal School of Liberal Arts and Humanities. We have Jindal School of Journalism and Communication. We have Jindal School of Design and Architecture. We have Jindal School of Banking and Finance. Jindal School of Environment and Sustainability. Jindal School of Psychology and Counseling. Jindal School of Languages and Literature, and Jindal School of Public Health and Human Development. These all courses gives you a multiple variety of options with the courses they have to offer, and wherein you can definitely come and pursue to different programs. These are some of the 32 plus specialized UG programs. which all the 12 schools have to offer. First is Jindal Global Law School. We have BA LLB, BBA LLB, and BCom LLB. These are 5-year integrated programs. For this, you need to appear for UK LNAT only. UK LNAT happens in certain specific period. If you're interested, we can discuss this during the Q&A. We have BA Criminology and Criminal Justice. We have BA in AI and Law. These are 3-year programs, and these are a pathway programs to 3 year of LLB. These 3-year programs does not give you the right to practice as an advocate, but definitely you can think about law as a career after these 3-year programs. However, BLLB, BBLLB, and BCom LLB definitely gives you the right to practice as a lawyer after you complete your 5 year of degrees. We have JGBS, which is in the Global Business School, offering you courses in BB honors into marketing, finance, and HR. BB honors into business analytics. For BB honors into business analytics, you need to have maths as a subject in 11th and 12th grade. We have BBA honors into financial markets, BBA honors into family business. This was one of the leading programs of Jindal Global Business School because of the reason that many people who have family businesses to pursue ahead in near future, this course basically helps them to decide and work upon their family business and establish the family business to a greater heights. Next is the integrated BBA and MBA. This is a 5-year program. Just for your information, before we proceed ahead, as per the new education policy, honors degree are for 4 years, not for 3 years anymore. If you exit in the first year, you will get a certificate. If you exit in the second year, it would be a diploma. If you exit in the third year, it would be a plain BBA or BA degree. If you exit in the fourth year, it would be an honors degree. Next is Jindal School of International Affairs. At Jindal School of International Affairs, we have BA honors into political science, BA honors into global affairs, BA honors into diplomacy and foreign policy. All of them are 4-year programs. We have an added advantage in Jindal School of International Affairs, which is a research degree. So if you tend to have 7 CGPA and above in cumulative 3 years, you may opt for a BA honors into research into political science. This degree would result into that research specific degree. Now, this degree basically is for the people who tend to either go into think tank institutions or research institutions, or maybe plan to pursue their careers ahead in the academia. We next have Jindal School of Government and Public Policy, offering you BA honors or BSc honors in economics. And a second program is a joint program offered by Jindal School of Government and Public Policy and Jindal School of Liberal Arts and Humanities, which is a BA honors in philosophy, politics, and economics. Now, this particular course tells you a concept of multidisciplinarity, which we definitely would be going ahead and understanding the concept. But this is somewhat wherein the university SOPs also lies. So specifically for BSc Economics, though maths is not a mandatory thing to have in 11th and 12th grade, but we tend to prefer mathematics as a subject. And in terms the BA BSc, the first year foundation course remains same for BA honors and BSc honors. However, from second year onwards, the things and the subjects would definitely change. Next is Jindal School of Liberal Arts and Humanities. We have to offer BA honors into Liberal Arts and Humanities, Bachelors of Fine Arts, and again the course which was jointly offered between Jindal School of Government and Public Policy and Jindal School of Liberal Arts and Humanities, which is BA honors into Philosophy, Politics, and Economics. We have Jindal School of Journalism and Communication. In this school, we have BA honors into journalism and media studies. We have BA honors into BA or BSc honors into film and new media, and BA honors into corporate communications and public affairs. For specifically for Jindal School of Journalism and Communication, we are glad to tell you that we have a film studio which was inaugurated by Imtiaz Ali. You might all be aware who Imtiaz Ali is. He was there on campus and he inaugurated this film studio, which helps you learn how to do a movie shooting. And that room can actually screen or shoot a movie particularly. We have Jindal School of Design and Art Architecture. In this program, in this school, we have bachelors of architecture, we have bachelors of design interiors, we have bachelors of design, which is in immersive digital environments, and there is a dual degree program as well. Jindal is very delighted to tell you all that Jindal has three internationalization structures in JGU. One of them is a dual degree program. That means parallelly you will get two degrees, one degree from Jindal, another degree from the partner institute. Here, in this case of JSDA, the your partner university is Adelaide University and Westminster University. So, 4 years you will complete your in JGU, and 2 years you would be sent to the Adelaide University and or the University of Westminster. And this program gives you the opportunity to work with the Commonwealth countries, wherever you would like to work. Uh, so, for example, if you pursue your BArch and complete your BArch, and further you plan to complete your MArch as well, in the Westminster University or Adelaide University, you have the opportunity to do so as well. At that point of time, you will get 3 degrees, 2 degrees of art and architecture, and one would be your MArch, which is the Masters of Architecture. Next is Jindal School of Banking and Finance. We have banking and finance courses like BCom Honors in partnership with ACCA, BCom Honors in partnership with Finance and Entrepreneurship, BCom in Capital Markets with NSE Academy Limited, and CFA as well. One of the global programs offering in the School of Banking and Finance is Global BCom, it in partnership with Deakin University in Australia. This also gives you the opportunity to pursue 2 degrees together, one with J2, another with the partner university in Australia. There are certain specific norms for opting this international framework, which I would be dealing further. We have General School of Environment and Sustainability as well, which offers two programs, BA or BSc Honors of Environment and Sustainable Development. Again, the foundation course for first year remains same for BA and BSc. The things change from second year onwards. Uh, as I mentioned, all the honors degree are for 4 years and not for 3 years anymore. We have Jindal School of Psychology and Counseling offering you courses of BA and BSc honors in psychology as well. Again, the foundation year for first year remains the same. We have Jindal School of Languages and Literature offering you course in BA honors in English. We are very glad to tell you that all these 12 schools are led with the renowned names as the deans of these schools. Like we have Professor Kishlay Bhattacharjee. He has worked with NDTV in India and he leads the Jindal School of Journalism and Communication. We have Professor R. Sudarshan, who is a Rhodes Scholar as well, and he leads the Jindal School of Government and Public Policy. We have Professor Kathleen Midrowski, who leads the School of Liberal Arts and Humanities, and again, a very renowned name in the field of research and academia. Interdisciplinarity, which I was talking about to you. So, one of the USPs on which Jindal basically works is interdisciplinarity. So, along with the course you pursue, we have another cross-listed electives as well. We have 560 plus total compulsory courses, followed by 580 plus total elective courses as well. Now, how does this interdisciplinarity work? So, for example, a student studies architecture and also want to study urban planning from public policy, he or she can definitely do it. This concept interdisciplinarity broadens the idea of learning not only to a restricted particular field but to the different fields at large. So for example, if you pursue law as your career and you want to pursue environment ka course, one of the courses from JSES, one of the subjects from JSES, you can definitely do it. Being a residential institute, this interdisciplinarity work at a large extent. How I will tell you. For the core subjects, you might have your classes from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Then you can have your cross-listed elective courses classes from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So this basically gives you the freedom to not restrict yourself to one particularly field. So this is one of the renowned features I have seen into the N University. Not necessarily that I studied at JGU, but this concept has allowed me to grow to a larger extent. Uh, Next is internationalization, topic of which I was talking about. We have three different programs at the internationalization. One is short-term study abroad program, wherein for 1 month the student is allowed to go to the partner institute for a short-term study abroad program. We recently had a human right program in collaboration with Harvard University, wherein some of our students went to Harvard University for such short-term study abroad programs. And we have a semester exchange abroad program, which I have already. Okay, this semester, this program tells you that one semester you can spend to a partner institute, and third is a dual degree program. Dual degree, I have already spoken about it, which means one degree from JGU and another degree from the partner institute. For example, in JGLS, which is the Jindal Global Law School, you can pursue your 5 year with OP Jindal Global University, and LLM you can pursue with the partner institute. Namely, the collaborations with the partner institutes are Westminster University, Adelaide University, University of Monash, Deakin University. We also have the options of Harvard, Oxford as well. So these are some of the options you have. There are many other universities as well, but these were the few names which I could ever think of for international exposure. So, what criteria we follow in sending to all these three programs is: first, your academic score should be mandatorily near around 7 CGPA. There should not be any strict actions being happen with you in your past academic features. And from second year onwards of your study, you are open to opt for any of these three programs of internationalization. We also have a program with winter school program with the partner institute. And as you all can see, we have 525 plus partnership with top ranked universities of the world. There is a specific international affairs office which works for this particularly to grow this concept of internationalization. And we are very proud to say that there have been many students who have been taking the advantage of all these three programs, and they have grown at a very larger extent in their lives ahead after pursuing their undergraduate degrees or maybe the postgraduate degrees as well. This is the famous slide which I am interested in as a student when I was pursuing my degree at JGU, which is the placement. So, for the placement purpose, we have Office of Career Services. The work of Office of Career Services is not only to provide placement to all of you, but this also helps you provide with your internship options or with how to prepare for your interviews. There are career talks wherein people from different backgrounds, different corporates, different academics, people come to JGU. You attend those sessions and you know what you understand basically what to answer, what not to answer during the part of your interviews as well. Uh, as of now, there have been 50 plus session conversations as the slide suggests. We have 1200 plus organization offerings, internships, etc. Now, how this Office of Career Service works is from first year onwards, the Office of Career Service starts mapping basically your interest. For example, if I tell them that my interest lies in the corporate area, so they're trying to provide me with the internships in the corporate area. However, later on in the third year onwards, if I think no, my interest does not lie in the corporate area and I want experience in think tank institutes as well, definitely Office of Career Service tends to help me gain internships there as well. The placement structure lies entirely on the student, and because the placements cannot be guaranteed, because we also don't know how well will you perform in your placement drives. For that, JGU specifically works on training you as well in terms how to prepare your resume, how well drafted resume you can prepare, how well you can perform in your interviews and other things. So Office of Career Services entirely takes care of this. These are some of the past recruiters for all the 12 schools. Broadly naming, EY is one of them, Flipkarts is one of them. And these are not only restricted to one particularly school in terms say that this company recruits only that particular school. No, that is not the case. 12 schools covers some of these recruiters, and there are many more names of the recruiters which are not mentioned here, but there are certain names as well. We are very proud to tell you that Jindal Global University is one of the place which hosts the Constitutional Museum. We are the only university in India to have such Constitution Museum. This tells you the work of what the drafters of the Constitution of India has done, and this has been a recent added advantage to OP Jindal University. I would request all the parents, if you tend to visit JGU as a campus and think about taking admission at JGU, please do visit this place as well. This is very beautifully architected by the architecture, and one of the leading places where the student particularly have a corner for. This is the Naveen Jindal Sports Academy and the dining block as well. So this sports academy is the state of the architecture for the sports arena. We have an Olympic size swimming pool on the campus. We have a hanging jog track. Again, JTU is the only university to have a hanging jog track on the in India on the campus. We have squash courts. We have shooting range as well. We have physiotherapy centers in this particular place. So we are it's a very this particular structure was framed keeping in mind not that a student cannot grow academically only. The student also needs sometimes these sports facilities and other added advantage to grow. We have Vidya Devi general dining block. So we have a one particular building dedicated only to such dining block. It comprises of 5 floors. The mezzanine floor of this dining block comprises of all the food outlets, which are naming such are Subway, Domino's, Moti Mahal, giving the students the opportunity of engaging with other restaurants as well. Apart from that, the other 4 floors is exclusively dedicated to the fooding part of the JGU. Uh, Also, with my experience being the alumni, I would tell you the food tastes really very good, and you do not get bored with one of the food because it's not only the homemade food, which is chapati and other things. We have a variety of options, Chinese and other aspects like chola bhatura and pav bhaji and whatnot. This is my experience, which I can tell you being the alumni, definitely. These are some of the other amenities and facilities on campus. Jindal has been spread across 95 plus acre on campus and fully air conditioned campus. We have more than 3 gyms on the campus as of now. We have a full-time health center wherein there are residential medical officers because this health center is operational 24 hours, and having a bed system of I think so more than 100 beds in the health center. And there the library which we have on campus is really beautiful to see, covering books from all across the 12 schools which we have additionally, and other subjects as well because of the interdisciplinarity which we follow. We all there is a laundry system for as well for the students on campus wherein they can drop off their clothes, which gets washed and ironed as well. In terms of growth, in terms of sports as well, we have a polo facility as well. For your say, I would also like to inform you that Mr. Naveen Tindal, who is very fond of sports facility in terms of polo, has built up this concept, and there are people. There are particularly instructors who help us learn polo as well. In order to grow psychologically, so if in case there are any problem faced by the students, a proper counseling session is there. There is a Sukoon named office which takes care particularly for such counseling sessions and seasons. Talking about student life at JGU, that is a superb student life at JGU because we have 52 plus student-led clubs, groups, which are solely led by the students on campus. Our cultural fest, which is a Biswa Mill Fest, and there are many people who have been coming up in the Biswamil Fest, like Arijit Singh. We had recently Arman Malik on campus in Biswamil Fest. Lot of it's a very happening place specifically for the students during the weekends, because we understand that all the students cannot go to their homes, because you belong to different regions of the world, definitely. And the Sports Fest, which is a Magnus, is the entire, I mean, that is one of the best events which we have on campus. And during my good old days with JGU, I witnessed Nasiruddin Shah, and that was one of the best thing to have, because see, during weekends, obviously we do understand that some sort of entertainment is required. So these kind of things have been planned by the students and also by the university, along framing with the students. We have a dedicated office of student affairs who works with the students for this particular things. Apart from this, if things are not planned, and if examination seasons are there, we have a performing arts academy which acts as one of the movie theaters to the students and the faculty members both, wherein a movie gets screened, and the basically the student council works with the student community to organize such happening events on the campus. Talking about the admission procedure, each school has its own entrance examination, particularly. And so, the if I talk about the admission procedure, the student needs to fill up the application form and appear for the applicable entrance test. For example, for Jindal Global Law School, I mentioned LNAT UK. For many of the schools, it's Jindal Scholastic Aptitude Test, which is our own entrance test, followed by interaction with the faculty members. All these three things club together to give you the admission to JGU. Uh, that is it from my side. Thank you so much. If we can go for the questions. I hope this session was a fruitful session for an informative session for.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the detailed presentation and briefing to us, Samriddhi. Quite a lot of things to look forward to, frankly, for the parents. So, parents, you can please raise your hands, and I'll just unmute you and you can speak up. Please raise your hands if you have any queries. Any parent who'd like to ask queries, please feel free to raise your hands. And till the time any parent raises the hand, Samriddhi, a few questions from my side.
Sure.
Can you help us with the timelines of the admissions for this year, which is 2026
Yes.
admit?
So this year we are starting with the applications in the early month of November. For this, I would suggest you can visit the websites and get yourself connected on the social media handles of Jindal Global University to help you grow. And obviously, my number can be shared, or Vishal's number can be shared with the parents, so that they can contact us, and definitely visit the JGU campus as well before taking admission.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yes, parents, anybody would like to ask any questions with respect to any of the programs at Jindal Global University, any of the concerns you might have about going to Haryana, which technically is NCR, but still Haryana is what the geography states. So anything and everything that you would want to ask, please go ahead and ask. Please raise your hands, all of you. I don't know. Are they able to raise their hands?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Miss Vidya has raised the hand. Yes. Miss Vidya, please go ahead. Unmute yourself and ask questions, please.
Um, Hi, thank you for the detailed information about the college. Just wanted to go back to the School of Business, and just wanted to understand, how does the practical training versus, theory part get structured in your courses, and how are the courses in the School of Business different from the banking and finance school? That was another one. So just if you can cover that. And third thing is, do you also have like an incubator or a startup ecosystem where students who are interested in, doing something or starting something, how does that work at your college?
Okay. So, first and foremost thing, talking about the training sessions along with theoretical session, internships are a mandatory thing for the students to pursue at the end of their after the end of their semesters. And as we know that there is a credit structures which is being followed at the university level, internships also have certain amount of credit score which has to be completed by the student during the course of their semester break, and this credit gets accumulated with the academic credit score, after which only the degrees have been awarded with the students, because internship is one of the mandatory things to
Do you
have.
help with the internships after every
Correct.
semester?
Correct. We have an Office of Career Service, and for example, I go and tell the Office of Career Service that I want to intern with Amazon. They will help get you internship with Amazon, depending upon what portfolio the student built. So, for example, the Office of Career Services is open for all 5 days of working with JGU has, and they can go and interact with the people there of Office of Career Service and tell them that this is what I want to go for, and they will help them build up their portfolios depending upon how and where do actually they want to land, so that they can easily get the internships and placements as well.
Okay.
And talking about Jindal Global Business School and differentiation of Jindal School of Banking and Finance. So, Jindal School of Banking and Finance, as you have seen, the courses are accredited with various institutions like ACCA, NSE Academy, giving the freedom the students to move ahead for pursuing of their CA and CS particularly. And Jindal Global Business School definitely have a different sphere of functioning in terms of their courses. So, for example, BBA has been given into multiple specializations of HR, marketing, and finance. Definitely, they are also accredited, but not directly. But here in ACC and NSA, NSC Academy, they get an opportunity to intern with such institutions directly because the accreditation is there along with these courses. And what else? Okay. Did you had any other question? Sorry, I forgot.
About the startup
Yes,
ecosystem and incubators, do
correct.
you have anything
So,
like
if
that?
you have heard about Sleepy Owl, which is one of the various renowned coffee shops and other things, that is the startup of JGU. The startups are very well promoted amongst the student at JGU, because JGU thinks that like Sleepy Owl is one of the very recent example, that self growth is one of the best way to learn in any of the academic structure, and there are entrepreneurship cells and other like student led clubs which helps the student grow along with the Office of Student Affairs, which I have mentioned earlier.
Okay, so you have like an Atal incubation center at
Not
JGU?
specifically incubation center, we can say, but yes, this research institutions and the entrepreneurship cells helps the student start up their own startups, and often obviously the faculties, because having their backing with such renowned institutions. So I would like to tell, which I forgot to tell during my presentation, that these faculties have their expertise and have their degrees from the renowned institutions like Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge, Monash, and other universities, which helps the student grow with these opening of startups and other things as well.
Okay.
So faculties also support them.
Okay. Sorry, Rahul, I hope I can ask follow-up questions since
Please do,
you know,
please do,
yeah,
please go
okay.
ahead. Yeah, yeah.
So, with regard to the this class size is one thing I wanted to check with you. What sort of teacher-student ratio happens in the class?
So earlier the student teacher ratio was 1:9, but since the number of students have increased on the campus, that has come to 1:15, wherein one faculty takes care of 15 students. And because there is a mentor and mentorship program as well, both at the alumni network and current student network as well. So the students are not felt left out, because they can contact the faculties during the working hours. The faculties tell what are their working hours, and because the faculties reside nearby to the campus, they are easily accessible to the students.
Okay, so that is like a faculty and mentor and mentee sort of a thing. But
Correct.
otherwise, typically, what is the class size? I know it
Uh,
would depend on the subject, but
no. So
uh,
it's 30 to 35 max, not more than that.
30 to 35 in a
Yes.
class. Okay,
Yes.
right. And being in the NCR region is how is the air in?
So I know because my parents, when I joined JGU, were also very scared of sending me to Delhi NCR. In terms of both AQI and the safety concerns as well. I wanted to bring this, but then I thought let the parents also ask. So, firstly, the AQI definitely, I agree, changes and shifts from one like number to a higher number, specifically in Delhi NCR. So for that particular purpose, we have air purifiers installed in different parts of the campus. Helps not getting the smoggy air to breathe. And also we have a health center, full-time health center on campus. So the medical facilities are also available full-time on campus. And in terms of safety, if I may tell, if you get a chance, I would request please visit JGU campus because it's a non-tolerant zone in JGU campus. Anyone found out with such non-tolerable things on campus are not allowed even in a single minute to stay on campus, and a strict action is being taken against them. We have like scanning machines located at each point of the campus when you enter JGU campus, and the bags get scanned, and if something is found out, immediately actions are being taken. Also, moving out and in of the campus is not allowed for students till third year without the permission of the parents. So there is a when a student raise there are apps which are built up by the students itself. Another startup example for you
Okay.
to understand. There is a Tau app wherein the student raise a request to generate a gate pass, and there is a call which goes to the parents. If the parents allow that there's what can move out of the campus, they are allowed to do so. Again, with a certain specific time frame. For example, if I generate my card or like pass card from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and if I don't enter within the time frame and I enter at 9:01 a.m., an email or a message would be dropped off to the parents that your ward entered late to the campus. Everything is related to the email ID provided by the student and parent board during the time of
Okay.
admission and the intake. This is clearly being scrutinized by the team, and they work for it. And definitely for third year onwards, if the students goes, the same pattern would follow, but not the permission thing, because the students get more senior towards this and the maturity also grows. But yes, definitely if they enter beyond the specific time limit, the message would definitely to the parents.
Okay. So the business school is doing as well as the law school, because one
Yes,
hears of
correct.
the law school being the first one and therefore doing this one. The business school is also doing well.
Correct, ma'am. So,
Okay.
in terms of growth with all these schools, all 12 schools,
Okay.
due care has been taken for their growth in terms of ranking accreditations and other things. And for Jindal Global Business School and Jindal School of Banking and Finance, both the schools have been recognized globally in terms of ranking, with the QS World University ranking by subject at number 1. So,
Okay.
definitely.
How does one get in touch with you for a visit? You would be sharing some details on that?
I think so. Rahul sir can share our contact details with you, the email
Okay.
and contact
Yeah.
numbers. And you can visit us between 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on campus at any time between from Monday to Friday.
Okay. And
So
the
ju-
pedagogy of your course would be available where, just to understand what you're covering in
On
the
the
course?
website, it would be available, or else when you visit JGU campus, we have a dedicated admission team, the counselor team, who can help you get there. There would be a detailed brochure as well, which
Okay.
would be uploaded on the websites, and you can visit that, and you will get the whole course
Okay.
curriculum what the student would study.
Okay. And admission for, say, a BBA would be through SAT and through your entrance
We
exam?
have ACT, we have ACT, we have CUET as well.
Okay.
Again, there are certain cutoffs which the student follows. If the student does not appear in SAT, ACT, or CUET, then in that case, the student can appear for General Scholastic Aptitude Test, which
Okay.
happens. Again, this is a General Scholastic Aptitude Test, which is our own entrance test, is an online test, a proctored based test, and the student can sit at home and give the entrance as per his or her suitable timing.
Right. And your cutoff for ACT was last year?
ACT,
Or this year, whatever. I'm sorry, SAT. Yeah, SAT.
SAT was 1500 percentile and above, depending. So, basically, cumulative list gets prepared and things. At General Global Business School, the admission process slightly differs because of the SAT scores and other things. So, again, the cutoff depends. But last year it was 1500 percentile and above.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
quite a stringent number, yeah, 1500. But I'm hoping students with 1200, 1250, 1300 would also have a good shot out of 1600.
Correct.
to
It
apply
depends
to-
upon the number of seats, because if
Sure.
the residential campuses are filled up, we also do
Yeah.
not have the opportunity to.
Sure. Thank you for your extensive questions, Mrs. Vidya. A lot of other parents would benefit from these questions. So thank you for asking. Yes, other parents, do you have any other queries, any other questions, anything that you'd like to ask with respect to Jindal Global University? We are going a little overboard the time, Samriddhi. I hope you're okay with stretching for a few
I
more
am
minutes.
okay with that. I don't mind. This is the time actually parents can have questions, because this is the
Yeah.
peak admission time starts.
And thank you for making it for this session. There is an India-Australia men's T20. There was a women's one-day final. I don't know if the rains have stopped and the match has resumed or at least started. But yes, thank you for coming in and being a part of this.
No
So
issues, sir, always.
Yeah. Any questions, Mr. Neil, Mr. Murari Gupta, Miss Meenal, Miss Jeenal, anything else you would want to know? Miss Vidya, if you have more questions, we can take one or two questions more if you'd like to shoot more, whatever works for you. If nobody has questions, then Samriddhi, like an Ashoka, a Flame, a Kriya have a summer program. Does Jindal also offer some summer program
Yes.
to?
We
Yes.
have a summer school program in the month of May and June, between the dates this gets decided. It's a 10-day program, residential program, wherein the students come and attend workshops from all these 12 schools, giving them the opportunity to witness the campus facilities before they join to any of the courses of JGU, if they think to join JGU. And they are also taken to different field visits nearby to the places, and this gives them the opportunity to interact with the faculties and the deans directly on campus.
Thank you so much. And when does the window open for application for this?
It usually starts in the month of January. For the same, the parents or the students can keep visiting the websites, and they will get the information there.
Sure. Thank you for that. Yes, Ms. Vidya, please go ahead with your question.
Just wanted to understand if you inculcate any tech education into the BBA program. Is there any? Of course, I'll go through the thing, but is there any, because everybody needs.
I agree. So we have different cross-listed electives. Again, when you would be visiting the campus, you can definitely see the course curriculum and the list of cross-listed electives, because the list obviously every year increases depending the courses gets introduced by the faculty members. For example, this year in the online mode, we had BSc in risk management. So that risk management tech subject can definitely be involved in BBA. Again, the list of electives depend upon the student, how well can a student handle the pressure. During my course of time, I took 3 electives along with my core subjects. So that depends how well the student can handle the pressure of.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Murari Gupta, please go ahead with your question.
Can you please share Mridul's cell number?
You're not. Can you be a little more closer
Can
to
you
the mic?
please share Samruddhi's cell number?
Okay.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
WhatsApp cell number he will
Yeah,
send.
Samruddhi, okay, let me just put it in the chat box. You could pick it up from the chat box over here. I'll just punch in Samruddhi's number. Samruddhi, I hope you're okay with sharing this.
I am okay, sir. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
That is our job, to clear their doubts. We are okay.
Yeah. Okay, so here's Samriddhi's number. Anybody else has any other questions? Please feel free to shoot. Mr. Murari, I hope you're able to see the number. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, great. Yes. Any other parent has any questions, or we will I think we will conclude over here. Samruddhi, again, thank you so much for taking the time out and helping us understand the Jindal offering. Parents, we are hosting Ashoka next Sunday, and there are a lot more universities coming in henceforth. So please stay tuned in. So please stay tuned in, and we will continue to bring more universities directly to interact with you, clear your doubts, and get a lot of insights and inputs from them. Thank you so much. All of you have a wonderful Sunday. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you,
much. Bye
parents.
bye.
Thank you.